Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Long Dark on Nintendo Switch. Yes, and I can actually already tell, graphically, of course, you're not going to be as well. I can already, a lot of this stuff doesn't have the fine, even in the opening here, you can see the buildings in the back don't have that sharpness of detail. But I'm very excited for the Long Dark mobile. Being able to take this on the fly, we're going to have to see how this holds up initially. But let's get into, it does have all, of course, if you do get this, it's about 31 bucks up on the eShop right now, 10% off. Not too bad price. Alright, so let's just pop into an interloper run. Good old Will McKenzie. Alright, let's pop that up. Alright. I did an initial load time when I allowed it and it was quite significant, I thought. Well, I mean, we run a monster rig though, so I should be a little more patient. Nah, that's not initially this one. That's not horrible. I think what put me off the Xbox version that I have was that it just took a little bit too long. Yeah, we are... Nah, it's not too horrible. A little bit more significant than the Xbox load time, but... I'd also be checking on frame rate here as well. Alright, not looking too bad. Graphically, though. Oh, man. Alright. It is good, but I wouldn't say quite what you're used to if you're on PC. It's more the details on the edges you see on the trees, etc. Like I just saw some popping over there. Alright, let's harvest that up. Take that as well. I don't have any feats. None of this won't transfer from like your other copies, etc. So you won't have your stuff. A little bit of our sprint. But I'm kind of enjoying it. I am enjoying this. Alright, grab cattail as well. Oh, is that always? I think you probably adjust that in the options so it's not always on. So I do wonder if the UI is always... Though I can't for the life of me figure out what the pause button is now. There we go. So let's just see. Always on. Okay, so we'll just contextual. It doesn't have all the settings that I'm used to having that on that. But let's get the subtitles on as well. Alright. Yeah, we are playing this with the game capture and then just a regular controller. Okay. Go. Not too bad. Otherwise, it's handling up fairly well, I would say. It's just the only really thing I can notice is in the background. Well, let's actually go inside. We'll go inside some places as well. Yeah, we are in Pleasant Valley. Let's go check some locales. Occasionally, I don't know if I have motion assist. I know they kind of have like an aiming assist thing on, but... Yeah, far away, some things don't look quite as good.
Lay down for a bit.
But they did nail the frame rate down, which I am impressed by. I know a lot of even bigger companies than Hinterland have trouble getting a solid frame rate, especially with Unity engine. And it's really only in the far background that you notice things like that. I think it has a really great idea that you have now the Long Dark mobile. I'm making me take this to cons if we still had cons out in 2020. Oh, we got some birch over there as well. Let's head up inside. I really do want to check load times going in and out. That is always a big kind of deal breaker for me. If I sit there 30 seconds, 40 going inside. You can go inside and outside quite a bit. Easy, Will. Whoop. How the wolves looking? I'd rather not find out that close. You do see a lot more popping than I would normally see compared to the PC or even the Xbox version. So the only one I haven't played is the PS4 just because, yeah, I don't need another copy of The Long Dark. Alright, so let's head inside. I will say frame rate pretty solid. That was not so much. You guys hold that down. I think you can change that in the options as well. Alright, so let's check this. Fairly good, though. Fairly good. A little bit about a freeze there for a second, though, but fairly good. Ooh, this is, Ooh. Okay. Is there anything we could do about that? No. Well, it's not horrible by any means, but everything's got a very kind of blurry feel. Load time not bad though. Load time not bad.
I could use this.
So how would we bring up our clothes then? Radial wheel. No, that's crouch. Ah, there we go. I don't know how you bring up the clothing menu in this. No idea. Actually, let's look at the controls real quick then. So I can bring in the options, but it's just learning something new. Alright, so place an item, move character, cycle light sources. I do not see a button for that, unfortunately. So I don't know if you can. I'll have to double check on that. Oh, so it's just in a sub menu now of you just can't have like PC, you just can't pull it up like that. Alright, that's fair. And actually it's not too bad in here. I think maybe just need some touch up. I'm sure if Hinterland is going to work on this more, of course. I do know some pop-ups, and it was really, not here, not bad. It just, the level of detail on some of these items is, not bad. It's just lacking from, like, if you play it.
I think I can use this.
Like, that's pretty noticeable, unfortunately. But I definitely say, if you never played The Long Dark before, and you only own the Switch, I would say no-brainer. Definitely no-brainer. Let's go check here. I will, of course, continue to cover this on PC because, you know, it is the superior one. Has to be said. Okay, let's look a little bit more as well. Got some ketchup chips.
Is it food or?
Yeah, the level of detail in some of this is, let's see as well. Everything is just not quite as detailed. Here's the book.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
The book actually doesn't look too bad. And if you've never played The Long Dark before, I don't even think you would notice. Just only if you played on the PC or even Xbox would you notice a right offhand the difference. And I'll try to do some side-by-side footage of that as well, just to give you a brief. And you can also look on my channel too, for the PC version to compare. But it's just the little things. Right, there we go. And I will give out a kind of like a full review once I play around with the Switch version a little more. But I think it definitely pro mobility. The frame rate is solid. I do really appreciate that. I know they didn't want to release it until they got that down. So no, obviously I think we had to make some compromises graphically, of course, because the Switch, you know, I love it, but it can't
What have we here?
handle some stuff like that. Okay, we'll get another toque. Very nice. I just want to see. Not bad. I mean, it's not horrible. So just remember, if you're going inside, outside a lot, it can add up. That's not horrible, though. I'd almost say some parts that's better than Xbox. Oh, and a hacksaw already. Very nice. And no, honestly, if I look in here, could not actually tell the difference. I mean, other than, like, you see on the sidewall here, you can kind of feel like it's not quite as sharp as it should be. But otherwise, I mean, it's just the little things that you can tell it. Otherwise, I think, yeah. Definitely on. I'm going to go, let's go get out and see. Just want to check these load times a bit more. Put her through the paces. That is a bit more significant. Yeah, I think it is just little things. Just the real thing I see is graphically far off. That's the only minor thing. And some of the stuff inside up close, well, like looking at the house like this way, you can kind of tell. But it's not a deal breaker at all. I am very, very much applauding the frame rate. It is TLD. It is The Long Dark on Nintendo Switch. I might want to see if that goes on sale a little bit. Right now it is 10% off, so about 31 bucks American or so. That is definitely not horrible. You're going to get all of story mode as well. Episode 4 coming out next year. And then maybe episode 5 by the end of 2021, hopefully. Yeah, many hours to be sunk into this as well, so you will definitely get your money worth. So I give this one a... So far, I don't this isn't a full review, just kind of the first impressions playing through it. But I would give it a thumbs up. If you want mobile. If you want mobile, Long Dark, it does the job. Graphically, not as good, of course, as PC or even Xbox, but does get the job done. They did do a proper job on the frame rate as well. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button. This helps a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.